Hi all, and welcome to this GCSE PE video on sportsmanship and gamesmanship. Now, this is a term that comes up in the exam. They like to put this in the exam because they're so similar and they like tricky bits where words seem really similar. Okay, so one of the things they're going to ask you is the difference between sportsmanship and gamesmanship, or for examples. I'm going to go through all of those in this. Before we go through the differences, what you've really got to know is a term I've not used yet, which is called cheating. Okay, so really there are three terms. There's sportsmanship at one end, gamesmanship sort of in the middle, and then cheating all the way down the far end. Now you probably know what cheating is. That's where you deliberately break the rules to try and gain an advantage and win. And sportsmanship all the way up the other end, that's more about fair play and playing to the rules and treating your opponents and the referees and everybody else with respect and treating the game with respect, upholding the laws of the game above everything else. Now, gamesmanship is sort of in the middle. That's about doing something that doesn't necessarily break the rule, but bends it a little bit, puts a little bit of doubt in the referee's mind, tries to manipulate a situation. So you're not playing fairly, but you're also not completely breaking the rules. Okay, let's go through some examples. So for sportsmanship, we'd see players shaking hands at the start, players shaking hands at the end, respecting their opponents, maybe giving the ball back to them if the ball had gone off the field, playing really fairly and to the laws and treating them with respect. Okay, now gamesmanship in the middle, what we're looking at is more things such as if you took a little bit of contact in football, going down and almost like simulating. Now you've been touched, you've been tackled, but you've overreacted and you've gone to the ground. It wasn't enough contact to take you down. Now, if you completely dive with no contact, we'd probably see that more as cheating. Okay. Now, in other sports such as cricket, we might see gamesmanship as a way of trying to put the opponent off, what they call sledging. So they'll talk to the batsman to try and maybe knock them off their mental preparation or to disturb them. Okay, so that's also gamesmanship. Anything where you're disturbing somebody's thought. Gamesmanship might also be appealing for decisions that you know aren't yours, or you're not really sure they're yours, but you try to portray a confidence that it's your throw-in, or that player hit the ball and they were caught out, or in tennis, the ball you thought it went out, but you're going to say it was in. So things like that are gamesmanship as well. Now, cheating is right at the other end. We're looking at things like drug taking, deliberately fouling. All of those things are breaking the rule. So anything in sport where you deliberately act in a way to break a rule, to increase your opportunity of winning. And gamesmanship and cheating both do that. You're trying to maximize your opportunity to win the game. And why do people do that? Okay, they do that to, at amateur level, probably just to win the game. At a higher level, they're doing it for many reasons. One, it could be keeping their place in the team. Two, if it's a tennis player, winning a match and therefore gaining more money. More money is often the driving force between gamesmanship and cheating. They're trying to gain an advantage that makes their team win, which makes them more successful, which might generate more sponsorship income or more prize money. Now, deviance is another term you might hear. Now, deviance is linked to gamesmanship and cheating, where someone will try and do something deviantly, so bending or breaking the rules to try and gain an advantage. Now, we call that negative deviance. So it's a deliberate plan to break a rule to gain an advantage, such as drug taking. We'd see that as an extreme negative deviance. Now, there is another one called positive deviance, where, for example, a footballer might accidentally foul somebody and that player gets injured. Now, a negative has happened, but actually it was completely accidental. We call that positive deviance. Right, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Check out the other ones I've got, and I'll see you soon. Good luck.